and welcome to Whisper English ASMR. I wanted to welcome you to my channel and just to explain a little bit about who I am and what I do and why I have decided to do this channel. I love ASMR videos. I love watching them and I love practicing making ASMR sounds with my mouth and with objects. For example, even this piece of trash on the ground. Just the crackle of the wrapper. I remember, quick story, I love stories, but I remember when I was a child and when we wanted to eat something delicious like a snack, my mum would say, eat a piece of fruit, or eat some bread, or drink a glass of water. And I remember when I visited my friends' houses, for snacks they had bags of chips and chocolates and lots of delicious things. And so in my house, I didn't appreciate it at the time, but we had fruit and healthy things and things that children don't necessarily want to eat. And so when we heard the crackle of a wrapper, my sisters and our ears would perk up and we would look at each other and say, crackle. It's such a simple thing and a silly thing, but it was a lot of fun. And so even now as an adult, when I hear the crackling of a wrapper, I instantly think of a snack or something delicious. So when I showed my housemate the setup here, she picked up this piece of trash that was in a bag, and she said, I'll throw this out. And I said, no, I can use that for my video, because crackle. One of the reasons why I love telling stories is I'm actually an English teacher, so I have many years experience of teaching English to international students. And the reason why I got into that is I had housemates from different countries, and they would go to school to learn English. Then they would come home and they would ask me questions about English. Why does English do this? Why does English do that? And as a native English speaker, I had no idea. I don't know why the vocabulary did that. I just didn't understand. So I went online and I started studying, and I learned so that I could help them. And then one day I asked my housemate if I could go to his school to have a look. And I lived in the city at the time, and I went to school with him, and I saw thousands of adult international students, like from university and people that had really good qualifications in their country, but they just needed English to get promotions and to have more opportunities. And I looked around and I thought, wow, what a wonderful place. And I decided to go and get my qualifications to teach there. And I got a job there. And I worked there I'm still working there. So I really enjoy it, and it's just something that I'm very passionate about. So I thought, why not combine my love for ASMR and my love for English and combine it into a Whisper English ASMR channel. Now I have seen other YouTubers, ASMR YouTubers, doing English roleplays. For example, Sexy Teacher, or reading a book. But being an English teacher, there's so much more. You really need to have an understanding of the different levels that students need, and And there's also something that prompted me to do this on-camera video today. And even though I worked a long day and it's midnight and I'm so tired, but I just wanted to do this video because something very exciting arrived in the mail today. Something that I've been waiting for and I want to show you. So I'll be doing my first unboxing ever. I hope you like it, and I'll be making many videos based on the item that I received today. So in my Whisper English ASMR channel, I may be doing less ASMR mouth sounds and rubbing things on the microphone and things like that. I may do the occasional crackle crackle with objects around me. Because I do love the sound of different objects and the sounds that they make. But also we'll be focused mostly on language. And I want this channel to be designed that you can play these videos in the background or even as you sleep. The goal is to have the opportunity to listen and to learn while you drift off to sleep. Because I know from my own experience that listening to things as you are sleeping can help it to go into your mind. And sometimes people think that studying a language means that they have to be reading books and studying and memorizing grammar and vocabulary, and that's not true. That's not how you learned your first language. You learned your first language through listening and through practice. You heard the same thing many, many, many times in your life. It absorbed into your mind, and you remembered, and you practiced. And if you made a mistake, maybe someone corrected you, or you heard the same phrases many times and you learned them naturally. You did not sit down as a child. I assume that you did not sit down as a child and memorize grammar and vocabulary. You learned it naturally through repetition and through listening. Now, if you have any topics or anything you would like to learn about, please leave a comment and I can make videos about them. I just want to make videos for everybody. All the vocabulary and all the topics that you need. So, without further ado, I would like to commence my first unboxing ever. I'll pause the video to change the camera angle. I have a very basic setup here. You will laugh if you could see it. But I'm actually sitting on the floor with my laptop on a clothes rack with just my props behind me. But you know, you make do with what you have. So I'll pause the video and then we can begin the unboxing. I'm super excited. And also my housemate wanted to watch me do the unboxing as well. We are very excited